I'm Susie.
And I'm Oz.
And we're here at the Pig at Combe in the wonderful atmospheric outdoor folly area.
And we're looking for sparkling wines for New Year's Eve as part of our Christmas sipping series with Wine Alive.
And here they are. So what have we got, Oz? 3 bottles of fizz. Tell us.
We're in England. It's an English New Year's Eve. We're going to have English sparkling wine. And I hope everyone is going to say, yes, yes, yes. English sparkling wine is great.
And a lot of people are saying that now.
Yeah.
I think it's really caught on. People understand the quality is there.
Yeah.
People have been to their local wineries, perhaps.
Yeah.
So keen am I that I've already opened this one.
I thought you've been on the booble already.
I know.
But it is true, isn't it, Susie?
I was just making sure.
Even a few years ago, you'd find people saying, oh, English sparkling wine, I don't think I'm going to like that. We can't make wine properly in this country. They've stopped saying that. They're now, because they've had a mouthful. They realise how good it is, and they think, wow, and they're starting to get proud of it.
Yes, and realising it's the champagne method.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very high end,
Yeah.
almost always.
Yeah.
Really good quality, lots of finesse and complexity. Yes, it's expensive because it's right up there, and that message is getting across now.
Yeah, and I think the whole point is let's keep it up there. Let's not cheapen it. Let's keep this as this is boutique kind of stuff, handmade. Yeah. And you said the champagne method. Well, that's really important because this is an operation called the Rathfinny Estate, and this is on fabulous chalky soil down near Eastport on the South Downs. And the chalky soil is basically the same soil as they have in Champagne. Yeah. Those chalk hills and chalk cliffs and everything, it's the same soil as they have in Champagne.
Soils, absolutely. Same grapes.
Then you put the same grapes in the ground,
varieties.
which is the Chardonnay grape, which is the white grape, and the Pinot Noir grape, which is the black grape, because they mix the two together in Champagne. And then you make it in the same way, which is hard work, and it takes 2 or 3 years to actually make the wine and get it to sparkle by creating a second fermentation in this
the bottle which I've opened.
All takes a bit of time and effort, costs money, and you finally come out with it and you have a glass of wine like this and you say, that is an absolutely delicious glass of fizz.
And you say, this is as good as a champagne, its own rather distinctive, cool climate fashion. And it is. And this is a special occasion. We're looking for wines for a special occasion. That's a special occasion wine.
So you mixed saying, I'm really proud of this. It's English. It comes from the South Downs in Sussex. And I'm really enjoying it. And it's making me ready for the midnight.
I'm feeling really pleased about the English wine scene because I'm delighted for them.
Me too.
This is a Blanc de Noir, however, so no Chardonnay in this particular case. I know they use Chardonnay for their other wines, but this is just red grapes. And lots of people ask me, how come it's not red?
Because, of course, the juice inside the grape is completely colourless. So if you squeeze the grapes quickly and run the juice off, you don't get any colour from the skins. All the colour in red wines comes from the skins of the grape, not from the juice.
And not a lot of people realise that sometimes.
Not a lot of people know that.
If you squeeze a red grape, it's clear.
Yeah, if Shiraz or a Cabernet, the juice is clear. Yeah. It's only when the skins get squeezed and crushed that all the colour comes out of the skins.
So why bother to use red grapes for this? Well, I think, and you'll see what you think, you get some complexity and power from red grapes, and you get a bit of that red berry flavour hiding there just in amongst the citrus and the apple. It's a really interesting taste.
And if you're talking about eating your snacks and things with New Year's Eve coming up, these ones, sparkling wines made from black grapes like this, are really good with food. Yes. Just a bit fuller in the mouth.
Yeah. So, yes. Yeah, absolutely. I totally see that. And you've got that amazing, tingling, magical acidity, as one English winemaker described it to me. But you've also got the power somehow of all those different fruit flavours going on there. And yes, you're right, there's a mouthfeel to it, so it's not thin, not remotely thin.
I think,
refreshing.
Now that I know it's made from black grapes, because you've read the label for me, thank you very much.
I opened the bottle and read the label.
Read the label, wonderful having you around. But I now think I can just taste something like when you chew into a black grape before you take the skin off and throw it away. There's a
tiny bit of raspberry or cherry going on there.
Very nice.
It's very, very classy, that. Very classy
stuff.
Indeed. So that's going to go great with the lighter party snacks, perhaps. Anything seafoody.
Oh,
that acidity.
Pretty much anything for me, Susie. Pretty much anything.
But so, great start. Thank you, England. Thank you, Sussex. Thank you, Sussex.
So let's move on to the next one.
Where are we in the world?
Well, this is Italy, and let me just open this now, if I can do it. Do you want a gentle sigh, or do you want the great? What do you want?
Well, it's called Ferrari, so maybe you should be shaking it up like Formula One. They won't thank me for that.
Okay.
No, no. Seriously, you can do damage with these corks. Oh, what finesse, Mr. Clarke.
Finesse.
Oh.
Okay, give me a glass, Suze.
Yep.
This
Go,
is
Italy.
This is an Italian wine, and if you think that Italy is basically about Prosecco, only Prosecco, well, think again. This one's called Ferrari, and it's made up in the mountains, up towards the Dolomites. And they've been making really good sparkling wine. Again, just like the English one, it's made in the same way as they make champagne. It's hard work. It takes several years to make it. It costs money to make it, but the effect is lovely. This wine here has won, I think it's called Best Sparkling Wine in the World or something. In a big championship, the Sparkling Wine Championship. It's won it 8 times. Yeah,
this is a very, very lauded wine. And I think it's fair to say that immediately, and I'm not going to knock Prosecco as a party pop for making into Bellinis or Bucks Fizz fab, but for a really classy glass of sparkling. This is a champagne method, Italian fizz in a different league. Because again, it's been bottle fermented. You can taste that sort of yeasty complexity. Much more to it than a Prosecco.
Yeah, I think Prosecco is great. It's party pop. Nice and cold, it's fruity, knock it back. Now this one is made from the Chardonnay. It's made from the Chardonnay grape for a start. And the Prosecco grape's completely different operation. Prosecco's job is a different job. This actually is the kind of wine that you can actually, it makes you feel lit up and excited, but it also has just got enough flavour to make you just think and
think. And not that slightly sweet edge that Prosecco can have. So horses, courses for different horses, but
it's very nice.
Yeah, and again, lovely acidity, really refreshing.
Mountains up because
high altitude.
Push high altitude. The higher you go, the cooler it gets. The cooler it gets, the more you keep the acidity.
And you think of Italy as that great long distance from north to south. You could never make a wine like this in hot Italy, southern Italy. But right at the top,
it's right next to the Dolomites. I mean, when I go visiting areas like this in the Alto Adige, you virtually take your ski boots with you because if you're lucky, if you get all your work done in the morning, you can go skiing in the afternoon.
And they make lovely light still whites as well, very very fresh and crisp and young.
And they've been making this for well over 100 years, like 1902 or something.
1902. That's a long time ago. So they were among the first, weren't they? And as you say, they've won a lot of awards for it. Ferrari makes you think of fast cars.
And you sort of say, no, not that one. I think it's a no, not that one moment.
But very classy indeed. I like that a lot.
It's nice, isn't it? Completely different from the English style. Just a bit fuller in the mouth.
And I'm getting a slightly floral note in that, which I didn't get in the Rathfinny. There's a real tingly apple blossom.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's just a bit more rich fruit there because we're down in Italy. So even though it's cool Italy, it's not like cool Sussex. But I think that's a lovely glass of wine.
Lively bubbles.
Yeah, and again, if you want to say, is it like champagne? Well, yes, it is. But we're eventually going to stop saying, is it like champagne? Because all these places like Italy and England, and indeed Spain with its Cava wines, and South Africa with its Cap Classique
Well, we're about
wines.
to go there,
We're about to go there. But they're all making wines in their own way.
I think, exactly. So champagne, of course, is there as an option. Of course it is. Lots of people are always going to love the champagne word. But these are not champagnes, but they're all three, including this one, have been made in the champagne method.
Yeah, that's right.
So, we are talking about meticulously made, labour-intensive wines that we can then have fun and frivolity with.
Well, it's New Year's Eve. I don't know about you. I'm not a really brilliant New Year's Eve person.
Oh, I am.
You are?
Oh, yes.
I'm not. I think I need several glasses of really good fizz. I'm not. The optimism of 1 minute to midnight.
And then Jules Holland and Hootenanny. Come on, Oz.
Oh, Jules Holland I can cope.
You've already been on that, haven't you?
Big Jules Holland fan.
There you go.
Yes.
Right, so for our third fizz, and I like the way we're going right round the world here, we're now in South Africa, and this is a Cap Classique. And a Cap Classique, as also knows full well, is the name for the Western Cape, for South Africa's champagne method sparkling wines. We've got a great example of it. I'm going to attempt to open it as elegantly as you did and almost certainly fail. Oh, here we go.
I'm just getting out of the way in case it comes straight at me.
We want the
Cap Classique thing is relatively recent. It's only 40 or 50 years old. And the idea that you can make really high quality sparkling wine in South Africa, when you think, isn't South Africa too warm? But when you look at the really good bits of white wine vineyards in South Africa, it's not warm because you're surrounded by an Arctic current called the Benguela current, which is icy cold. Yes. And it means that every single day, the sun can shine as much as it like, but up come those winds and cool the vineyards
And I've
down.
made the mistake of being on South African vineyard trips and thinking it's all going to be hot, pack the sunscreen, pack the sun hat, and then they take you somewhere like Elgin.
Yeah.
And it's, oh, okay, I now understand why they make very elegant Sauvignon Blancs here. And the same with some of these sparklers. They're from cooler climate vineyards.
Elgin is in a dip like that. Sometimes the cloud comes over for a week. That's where the Granny Smiths come from.
That's why they grow apples.
That's why they grow
Indeed.
apples there.
Like the English do.
Honestly, the bits of South Africa are pretty cool.
Yeah, and therefore, because only cool places can make fine sparkling wine. So this is, do you want to tell us about this?
This is high on the Simmonsberg mountain.
Babylostoren.
Babylostoren. It's a wonderful name. Babylostoren. It's a good label, by the way. Just let's look at that label again.
Yeah, it's cute.
Beautiful label. The Babylostoren, they've got fantastic gardens there, and I think this is to show, come and look at the gardens, come and see our butterflies. But the Simmonsberg is a fabulous mountain looking down towards False Bay.
Yes.
And False Bay, when you go to False Bay, the next bit of land is the Antarctic. Yeah. And that's where all the wind comes from. So the sun can shine as much as it like, but every day up comes the wind from the Antarctic, down goes the temperature. So Sussex, the temperature's naturally cold because it's England. In the Ferrari
You're
wine
up in the
here,
mountains.
The temperature's naturally cold because it's up the mountains. And in South Africa, the temperature's naturally cooled down because you've got this Antarctic wind coming up every day.
They've picked their spot, basically. They've picked their spot to make their Sprankel, which is what they call it. Sprankel with the butterfly label. Yeah, definitely pointing towards their love of nature and biodiversity.
And same grapes.
Same grapes. Same grapes.
Same grapes.
What are we tasting from a champagne method Cap Classique? I tell you straight away, it's slightly toastier to me on the nose.
It is, isn't
Toasty,
it? And again,
yummy
what's lovely,
breadiness.
we've got that, just really lovely. We've got 3 fantastic sparkling wines here, all completely different. It's an absolute delight to say we're not just tasting the bubbles, we're tasting 3 really tremendous wines which happen to have bubbles as part of them.
And also in each case, because it's champagne method, we're tasting not just the grapes, but the interaction of yeast with the fruit, which is what happens in the bottle.
Thing, that slightly fudgy, biscuity thing.
Yeah, this one.
Isn't that attractive?
Almost a bit cereal, bready, and there's plenty of citrus.
Crust.
Yeah, bread crust, that's
crust,
it.
yes.
Yeah, a white loaf crust.
White loaf crust, absolutely white loaf crust.
And then underneath it's all that orangey citrus. And see, it's a little bit broader, I think, in flavour. There's still great acidity. That could take on sort of creamy chicken fish dishes. It could take on something a bit richer.
Yeah, that you're right about orange peelers, because that lovely orange thing, which is, oranges are wonderfully aromatic, but they're slightly bitter, and also the acidity is beautifully uplifting. And there's a bit of orange acidity in this.
Yeah, orange peel, I get that, yeah. So wonderful. All 3 of them, I think it's fair to say, are dry.
Yeah.
They're all really classy.
Yeah.
They're not champagne. But they're brilliant, and I think they show, as you've already pointed out, just what great quality sparkling wine there is out there now.
And if you get some of these, you will have a smashing New Year's Eve.
I'm going to take them for mine.
Oh.
Bye.
Am I invited?
No.
Oh.
Cheers. Happy New Year's Eve.
Oh, thank you.
You are invited. Of course you're invited. This is just one of our Wine Alive Christmas Sipping Series videos with me, Susy Atkins, and my mate, Oz Clarke. If you would like to know more about the wines we've tasted, head over to our blog at wine-alive.com and check out other episodes. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you sip splendidly this Christmas.